Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT.Wealth. In today's video, we are chatting about Moderna and their upcoming vaccine. So let's get into it. All right guys, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. In today's video, we are discussing the biotech company who is working on a much needed vaccine right now, and that is Moderna. So in today's video, we are going to take a look at where they are at in the progress of this vaccine. We're going to take a look at a few reasons why their stock is potentially a good buy. We're going to discuss some DARPA grants as far as advancing their technology, and also some patent news in there too. And just before we jump into all of that good stuff, this is just your disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor. Any investment choices should be made after your own due diligence. If you aren't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up on it as well. All right, so let's chat about Moderna. So we did do a video on these guys back around the end of July, and in that video, we get into a bit more of the science behind their vaccine. So if you're looking for a bit more in-depth info, make sure you go back and check out that video too. But in current news, Moderna has let us know that they expect to be ready to submit their vaccine candidate to the US Food and Drug Administration in November. He added that he expects the Moderna vaccine will be ready for use in late March or early 2021, with the aim of submitting the candidate to the FDA for emergency use authorization on the 25th of this November. Beyond an emergency use authorization, Bancel says that Moderna will not be ready to submit its vaccine to the FDA for a biologics license application until at least late January 2021. And if that BLA is approved, that means that Moderna's vaccine will be available for the general population to use. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that to me is really exciting news, and especially not just for the company here. Personally, I have all my family back in Canada, so I am very excited for the potential of this and having travel return a bit more back to normal. But obviously, this is really good news for Moderna as a company. And Motley Fool recently put out an article on the 3 reasons to buy the most popular vaccine-related stock on Robinhood, saying that 9 of the 100 most popular stocks on Robinhood right now are for drug makers developing certain vaccines, and that Moderna stands head and shoulders above the rest in terms of popularity among Robinhood investors. So taking a look at those 3 reasons, number 1 is not going to come as a surprise, and that is simply the fact that it is a much needed vaccine right now. And the company's experimental messenger RNA vaccine is currently only one of 4 vaccines that are being evaluated in late-stage clinical trials in the US. And assuming everything goes well with their FDA approvals there, Moderna stands to rake in a lot of money, as they do currently have a deal with the US government to supply 100 million doses of this vaccine for a nice price tag of just over $1.5 billion. Plus, there are also deals that have been completed or in the works with other countries too. The second point in Moderna's favor is their pipeline of other potential drugs. With Moderna's messenger RNA, it sends instructions to certain cells that the body's immune system then learns how to fight certain antigens. And Moderna is counting on this method, building immunity against infection by the actual virus. Now, if this technology is proven to work safely and effectively for the current virus that we are battling, then it is going to work for a wide variety of other viruses too. And Moderna's pipeline currently contains 6 other MRNA vaccines. So if Moderna proves to be successful with this vaccine, it stands to reason that they should have success with those others as well, which is going to create a really sizable area of opportunity for them. And the third reason that Moderna's stock is looking good right now is their valuation, which might sound funny considering they have a $28 billion market cap with no actual approval on any product that generates revenue right now. But Moderna isn't nearly as overvalued as it looks at first glance. The company could be only a few months away from having its first blockbuster product on the market. Wall Street recognizes this. Analysts peg Moderna's forward price-to-earnings ratio at 20. That's lower than the forward earnings multiple of the S&P 500. So they are saying do not be surprised if in the not so distant future, Moderna's market cap of a current $28 billion looks dirt cheap. Now, in other exciting Moderna news, they just got a huge government grant for an espresso machine. And no, I am not talking about the office's lunchroom. So Moderna received a $56 million grant from the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency to fund the development of a mobile manufacturing prototype designed to speed up vaccine and therapeutic production. So this grant is going to allow Moderna to produce a 6-foot by 6-foot by 6-foot container that is going to be able to create hundreds of doses in just a few short days. And these containers could be placed anywhere in the world, making distribution much more seamless. Now, the Espresso Machine nickname is coming due to the compact size of these mobile units. Stefan Bancel, the Chief Executive Officer of Moderna, said in a statement that this new award will allow us to explore the reach of our technology to potentially enable fast, in-field, automated manufacturing of vaccines and therapeutics for both military personnel and civilians around the world in a container that can be deployed rapidly. So this technology is huge, as instead of having to rely on a central production and distribution, you are going to have these mobile centers all over the world helping distribute this even more efficiently. And our last piece of Moderna news today is in regards to patents. And that is the fact that Moderna does not plan to enforce vaccine patents during this pandemic. The company noted, "We feel a special obligation under the current circumstances to use our resources to bring this pandemic to an end as quickly as possibly. Accordingly, while the pandemic continues, Moderna will not enforce our virus-related patents against those making vaccines intended to combat the pandemic." Now, this is pretty big, as drug makers live and die on the exclusivity provided by patents on their medications. But it seems that Moderna is putting society ahead of its bottom line. Now, they say this was a bit of a no-win situation, as when you look at the company as an investor, of course you'd want to see something that's going to strengthen their bottom line. But on the PR sides of things, it does give us the warm and fuzzies. So Moderna is currently trading around the $73 mark under the ticker MRNA. Now, this is a bit down from their previous 52-week high of $95, and we are seeing some price forecasts around the $93 mark. Obviously, a lot of this is riding on the success of their new vaccine. But of course, any investment choice you make should be done on your own research and due diligence. This video is just for information and entertainment purposes only. On that note, I would love to hear what you guys think about Moderna and any of those other vaccine companies out there. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you're looking at and which ones are your favorites. If you made it all the way to the end of the video here, please make sure you hit that like button, and if you aren't subscribed, maybe consider doing so. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and cheers!